Hi, oh boy, I'm excited. How you doing? It is Monday, which is usually not a very great day because you're starting up again with all the usuals. But you know what? Mondays are usually the start of new things too, and I'm always excited to tell you about new things coming. So I am so excited for a call that I got today, and it's going to be very exciting. I don't want to give up too much information, but it could be helping more with what I do here at the Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, and also help with getting my art out to you guys in more of a way that may be a little bit more efficient for you and me. So I'm looking into something in the next few days. I'm looking into the information right now. I just sat and talked to somebody and got very excited about some great news for doing art in different places that will allow you to actually have people, when the time comes, of course, be able to sit and do something with you. But it will also include, like, if we have to, we can do something in the studio and doing it live kind of thing too, but actually having proper cameras and having a proper studio, not just like my art studio back here Overhearts, yeah, who Overholts? Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio. No, this is going to be bigger than that. This is going to be like a big. We're talking like helping the community. We're talking about getting big. So I'm looking to get bigger. I've been kind of like cramped here. I started my business with the hope of being out there helping you guys learning how to paint and stuff. So this might be the next level up, and I am so hoping that this will work. So yeah, welcome to Monday. Like I say, great news right off the bat, and I'm always excited to hear about more. And I'm always talking to people online and trying to get excited about my art and getting people to get in front of my art. And I'm always happy to hear from people constantly. I also talk to many people, not only just in Canada, but I talk to people that live, a friend that lives in Texas now, and I have a couple friends that live in California, and I have people who live in, like, not just here in the Niagara area, but also in like Toronto, and we're moving out west. I have friends that are out west that I can talk to as well. I am excited. If this works out the way I plan it, I'm going to have it so that we're all going to be able to get involved in something wonderful that involves art and everybody that I know. Keep my fingers crossed, everybody. Yeah, in the meantime, hi. I am Kim Overholt, and yes, I am here at Overholt Arts and Entertainment Studio, where my future is always being made. And if you ever want to check out my website, it's, as the scene behind me, KimOverholt.com. Yes, I've made it really, really interesting and really easy to find me if you're ever looking for me. Yeah, don't mind the hair. This is natural wave, natural curl. It's part of the reason I live in the Niagara area is because it, it it gives me the ability to have big hair, and I like big hair because I don't know. I'm just rambling just a little bit about that. Yeah, um, I am so excited for stuff coming up here in the Niagara area and for you, because this means that you'll be able to learn more, not just from here, and maybe I can even have a connection to the other live site that I'll be maybe working at. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. He seems very excited to see what I can do to get you started with it, enjoying art, and I've already shown you some things that you can do to get started with enjoying art, but I just wanted to pass along some really exciting news for a Monday and see if we can continue the uphill climb. Um, I have friends right now that are just getting started too with art after all this big thing. Well, actually, getting started. They've been continuing it, I should say, more online and having to do a lot more things online. I myself do this live sequence and try to get people inspired to either work on characters for comic books, that kind of thing, or B, get you involved with something that involves illustration and a little bit of drawing, a little bit of art, a little bit of everything. I try to give you a little bit of everything so that you're at least excited about getting started or getting out there to try something. So, and I always like I say, this last little bit, I have been concentrating on just now. Well, last year I had gotten my business license. Was it last year? Or was it 2019? I can't even remember now. It's right before all this started. So I was thinking it was on my birthday of 2019 when I finally got my business license to do Overholt Art and Entertainment. And as soon as January was, I was just starting to build it up. I had a couple of home shows where we were doing painting in the house, in home and stuff. It was going really well, and then March came along and just kind of blew everything out of the water. 2020, I lost a lot of gigs for doing art, for doing maybe even theater. And also, I also lost a gig for doing mascot. And it got moved to September of 2020, and then it got eliminated of 2020. So I didn't have that job anymore. And now it's just been trying to figure alternatives to doing it. And that's why I've been doing this live thing for a while now, just to get people, so I'm talking to people, maybe even more just talking to myself. But I have 28 subscribers. I am so happy. That makes me happy to know that, if you want to learn anything about art or just get you excited about it, this is a good place to start. I get excited about art just by thinking about the things that are coming, other artists getting involved with something that involves the community, and getting other people, helping other people with, art is more than just, learning about it. It's very therapeutic too. It's almost like learning an instrument, or learning how to, or even just doing a jigsaw puzzle for that matter. I always sometimes do paintings on a whim just to be able to try them, as almost like doing a puzzle in a puzzle. Yeah. So, needless to say, I've been having quite the morning, and I'm so excited about the day. A lot of things coming, and a lot more, a lot more good things to come. And I also do hope to be able to do maybe interviews, because if this leads to what I'm hoping, this could be something really like, oh my God, blow me out of the water. This is what I've been waiting for, like, all my life. Okay. What can I say? World dominance. I can't get that because I'm only in from, from the small little town, but I may be one person. But if I can get myself out to broadcasting and get out there and metastasize like a cancer of some sort, I could maybe become something huge. Who knows? Who's to say? But yeah, like I say, always check out my website, KimOverholt.com. I've always got like a lot of stuff going on. And this would be great because I could do interviews of people that I've been waiting to do interviews of. I'll have a proper studio to actually have them sit down and maybe even do some art with me too. Now, they provide with a lot of stuff. I have my sound system, but they say they have one already. But I have my microphone system, and I have I come equipped with all my paintbrushes, and I have tabletop easels for people who want to sit around and paint along with me. So I am so looking forward to this. This is going to be something that even my hubby may want to get involved in, because there's music involved with it too. And I love music, and he loves music, and we love to jam. And this is a great way to get started. Oh man, I have such great stuff coming. And as long as the government with their COVID conditional things don't get in the way, I hope things will be all right. But I still have to kind of contend with that. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. And in the meantime, yeah, I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of an update on what I'm doing. So I've downloaded Maria Brophy's book of Art, Money, and Success, and I am on my way to learning a little bit of trying to find the right people to get in front of my art and show them, hey, look at me, look at this is what I can do. I can do this for you. And maybe get them inspired enough to want to try me out for something. Who knows? Who knows? I'm always up for everything within reason, of course. I used to be a magician's assistant, and I used to also help out with hypnosis shows. And I learned a lot about hypnosis. And one of the things that is common, whether you are hypnotized or not, there are some things that you will do. There's some things that you will do, whether you think it's but whatever is beyond what you are capable of doing, you will not do, or things that, oh, sorry, I don't mean to, oh my goodness, things that you might find that may be a little bit risky for you to do. You might find that if they try and push you to do that, you won't do it. You know your limits, and that's the great thing about doing hypnosis. So if somebody commands you to go and kill somebody, and it's not in your nature, you won't. It'd be impossible. But if it's in your nature, ooh, think about that. That's, geez, I just thought about that. Damn. Well, luckily, nobody I know has ever put anybody with the suggestion of ever wanting to kill somebody. That'd be a bad idea. Anyways, yeah. So with that being in mind, there are other things like I say, there's things that you do and things that you won't do, and some of the things that may be inspiring for you, I can show you and maybe inspire you to do those things. But if you're not inspired enough to do it, of course you won't. And the same goes for me too. I might find something that gets me going. Then after a while, I might lose interest in it if I find that it's not going in the right direction that I'd like it to be. Anyways, that kind of thing. So I got my trusty pencil with me today, and I have both my boards available. So yeah, the other day I was working on a pencil portrait of just showing you how to do get starting on a portrait of a face. And I have a friend that he's really great, and I was working on a finger painting of him, but unfortunately, for some reason or another, it's not working out properly. So I'm thinking maybe I might make him into a. He's in Japan right now, so I might make it into a. What are they called? Anime character. I might try and make him look like an anime character. It might impress him. I don't know. We shall see, I guess. But this is why I've got my pad out. I can't speak English today. And my eraser board today to show you a couple things before I get headed out to work today. I don't work till 4:30, luckily. So I got an extra hour to kill, and I thank God, because I am running a little bit behind today by about 4 minutes or so. But I woke up late, and I was usually, I mean, oh God, here you go. Thinking about sleeping makes me tired. All right. So, anyways, what we're going to do today is, again, inspire you with a little bit of, because I was talking to Frank about this too, and he said, yeah, you know what? You doing the Kimmy the Clown was a great thing, and even getting that made into a cartoon character is something that might be interesting for people. And I thought, yeah, you know what? I did one previously in one of my books of Kimmy, and it's really funny because it was one that actually happened between. Here's a story, okay? Back when I was a clown, a friend of mine, her name, oh gosh, well, I'll give you the clown name of her. Her name was Fluffy the Clown, okay? So me, Kimmy the Clown, and Fluffy the Clown, we were in her car. It's a polka dotted car, and we were going to a gig that was in Hamilton, I believe, or outside of Hamilton in Burlington, somewhere like that, okay? So we got there. This is before we had any GPS on our cell phones. We didn't have our cell phone. We didn't have cell phones, okay? So we were on our way to the gig, right? So, and making our way back. and I'm not driving, so I'm talking to her, and we're both dressed up as clowns, and we're getting distracted. We're laughing about stuff, and the whole day went great. And then all of a sudden, we realized that we made a wrong turn somewhere, and we got lost. Okay, so I made a cartoon of this later on. We found our way home. Obviously, I'm here, right? But I made a cartoon of Kimmy and Fluffy coming back from a gig, and what happens is yeah, and this is the whole thing. It was raining outside, so I did like a little thing. Just had I'll just give you a quick little demo. So it said Kimmy Clown here, and then it has like the establishing shot. Like I tell you, it's like it shows like a terrain, and it shows like there's the car, and we're driving along, and it's raining out, and then it shows like the front side of the car, and it shows like Fluffy, and I'm sitting beside her, kind of thing. We're both driving. She's driving, and she's like, I think we're lost, kind of thing. And so we drove for a while over different places. We turned around, trying to come back and stuff like that. And finally, oh, the cartoon goes anyways. Says we'll stop and ask for directions. Well, don't we end up in Oz? So we pull over the side, and we happen to be on a yellow brick road. We realize after the fact we're on the yellow brick road, and there's Dorothy and the Lion and Tin Man and Scarecrow, and we're asking them for directions about how to get back to where we're supposed to be. And it's kind of like, right? And then that's like a storyline, so that gives you an idea. We made it into like, I made it into like a little cartoon thing, but I was told maybe I should continue like making little cartoons of Kimmy the Clown and her adventures. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That could actually be a lot of fun, because I do remember times where I'm doing face painting, and the kids are so funny. There's some good funny things with kids that you can do. Like you can remember stories when you're doing, just think of yourself, think of stories that you might have from your childhood that could go towards maybe making a comic or a cartoon kind of thing that was funny, like a little incident that happened with family, it would happen with friends. And what made you laugh about it, that kind of thing. What was funny to you, and what would you show to somebody to make them laugh as well, that kind of thing. So there's that. Stories are always so great. I have like 1,000,001 stories always going through my head. I have about 2 at least that I could say that I could actually put out there and sell at the moment. If I could just get them down fast enough. Oh, so yeah, I'm talking and texting and all this stuff during the course of the day. This is my time. This is my time here. This is when it's 4:30. It's their time. Right now, it's my time. Right here. It's their time when I'm a deli clerk, but right now it's my time. and right now I'm an artist too. So yes, I'm all dressed in black, as you can tell. Although you can see my feet. There you go. I'm partially dressed. Yes, I wander around my as comfortable as possible, and it just happens that I had to be wearing black today, black and red with my hair to match. Anyhow, yeah. So I'm excited about this because this new place that I might be trying out. Well, the only downside is maybe trying how to get out to there. Once I get my stuff out there, I can leave some stuff out there, and they have not only a studio, but they also have a sound studio. So, and I have my ukulele. So, I mean, I could grab my ukulele, have it at the sound studio, and be able to play a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, I am thrilled. I'm thrilled. This is something that could end up being better than I ever expected. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Oh man. Oh man. Anyways, yeah. So I want to get you started just on developing for today, I think maybe develop your cartoon. What would you say, like from the stories that you've had from a child growing up? Maybe you might have met a clown when you were a child that scared you. That could be a story. You could make a story about story. Stories are good to have, and then when you think about the story, you have the story visualized in your mind already, and you can draw, like I say, make the title, imagine it as a movie in your mind, and then put it down on paper. Uh, they call that storyboarding too, and which is good to do. Other than doing cartooning, you could be a storyboard artist. There are those people who people have ideas for stories, and they get people to draw them out constantly, and that's somebody's job. I unfortunately, I haven't been able to contact anybody that might need any storyboard artists, but I'm there if they need anybody to be a storyboard artist, that kind of thing. Anywho, yeah, I digress. So stories are very important, and like I say, I have about 2 stories that I definitely could publish at this time and put them out there, and maybe that would generate some income. And what it basically comes down to is what you want to do is become very relatable to people so that you can generate an income that can be sustainable for you and you for as long as you should live, and maybe even for anybody who is of relation to you or blah blah blah. We always try to make ourselves bigger than we are. Especially when we're trying to make our own businesses, we try to boost ourselves to be as big as we possibly can, and I always do my best to as well. I have business cards and I have signs made up. I had signs made up for when we were going to be starting to do my art parties and things like that. So when it comes time, I am prepared. I am so ready to get out to you and bring stuff to you. All I've got to know is like, what do you want from me? Because I can give you what you want as long as you know what you want. People always say to me too, it's like it's very important when you are in anything, a relationship, if you are in a business, if you are in a relationship, if you are any kind of thing that involves business, you have to always keep in mind the relationship and make sure that you are, level with everything. You know what I mean? This is so exciting. And I'm glad to be able to bring this to you. And it's going to be a fantastic Monday for a Monday. Usually Mondays can suck, but I've got a feeling that this Monday is going to be really, really good. Did I say really good? Really good. And okay, so you know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a little bit of drawing. I should, because it's very important. It is a channel to show you how to do. Okay, so first off, I'm going to show you the cartoon for Kimmy. So let me see if I can dredge it up and click about it, because I think I know where it is. I believe it's here. So this can give you an idea, like I will show you. And I did other things for Kimmy Kimmy the Clown previously to kind of give you an idea. And now this is the book. And I've offended a lot of people with my book, but it's my book. So there. I have I've done my alien cartoon, you see. Deep inside, we all just want to be loved. And see, I did something like this. This is an establishing shot. You see, this is Martin the hula turtle. Some of the stuff I just make stuff up as I go. So I'm going to show you some of the things I do. So the people who brought you Deep Blue and Snakes on a Plane. There's Badgers on a Bus. So there's stuff like that. I do cartoons of like parodies of stuff, right? Because sometimes it's good to make fun. This is one of my character sheets. I'm going to show you. This is Dr. Freep. I went to Sheridan College, classical animation, art fundamentals, and I have a character sheet for Dr. Gru when I'm going to animate him one day. And this is what he looks like, okay? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit crazy. Yeah. And like everybody else, I also did sorry, like everybody else. Like I was telling you before, totally different. Like I was telling you before, you can use some of your past experience stories to make into cartoons, and this is one of my past experience stories made into a cartoon. It's the Blizzard of '77, and then you can do stuff like that, like cartoons. You can, yeah, yeah, you get to a place that's like you don't think anybody's known about it, but meanwhile, deep inside, you see, like you can play with all kinds of ideas. I am a big fan of the hilarious House of Frightenstein, so this is the library with the librarian. Uh, my cartoons, like I say, I'm not only made them. I could make them. You can make your cartoons whatever way you want them to be. This is your book to do your cartoons in. And then again, you see, title, establishing shot, and then the story of my world. My world is actually chapters of different things that I have stories of in my life. So this is what it's all about. And the library, of course, with the librarian. Uh, Alien view. The alien is always looking to attack Dr. Freep. Dr. Freep is in his many, many stories. I also did a thing called the Night Series. So, Ladies of the Night. And that was back in the day when I used to work at telemarketing. So the next page, of course, is working at the PNC and how crazy it was. I made my one of my coworkers into an alligator because it kept on biting you every time you would not do your call fast enough, that kind of thing. And of course, Houdini. I did this is like a story that I made. As you can see, it's a story about Houdini, and again, Alien View and Dr. Freep. See, I have my own cartoons, and I make my own cartoons. And this is it. Free little page. The night was moist. See, and talking about life. That's 12 steps for a recovering fool. Ultimate Fighter with Dr. Freep and Gru, the genetically altered chicken, where they go into the octagon and fight it out. More Life at the PNC, where some people go mad. And Comedy Night, of course, things to do with my rubber. See this thing right here? I was talking about this the other day. It could shape it into other things. This is some of the stuff that I made when I was. This is my piece of. This was this. See, this was this here. I would draw it, and then I would make it into like I made that, and then I draw it. See, I made that. I made something like that. I made like a snail. Then I would draw it and put it in here. Oh, it was just stupid. The things we waiting for. Okay, yes, the devil's suit. That's one of my stories that I have, and of course I'm doing cartoons of my dogs because they're the sweetest things ever. One of the guys that I used to work with, who went mad 2008. And my girls, see, my talking girls. I had people look through my book. I had people comment on my book. And of course, when you get older, there's the What Martha. I love this. I should continue this one. See, this is another cartoon that I did called What Martha, all about getting old and seniors living in a senior home kind of thing. There's something you might look into too. This is my dogs. See, and life working at a telemarketing place. And look, there's Stewie. See, Stewie's there too. Hey, and I bet you nobody's ever showed you the inside of my book before. See, Bella and Mina. I have lots of stories with Bella and Mina. Greed and corruption in the workforce. Yes, Dr. Freep. More dogs and What Martha. Hey, how do you think these guys figured out what to do? Eh? And of course, my little thing that says, I love LA. I love LA. It was fun. My one job that I had where I worked for the government, and it was the boringest thing that I'd ever done in my whole entire life. So more from my world. And then I got into just doing characters and developing characters. Um, I got a book by Christopher Hart and started drawing different Saturday morning cartoon characters and getting into, oh, my favorite. Remember, I told you about Hyperboy. This is Hyperboy. This is my character. Be the envy of the neighborhood. I used to use all kinds of stuff, more Bellamina, more people. You see, and I will show you the fluffy cartoon, the Kimmy the Clown and Fluffy cartoon, which is in here too. I have one-time superheroes, which is awesome. My favorite was Self Combustion Man. I like that one. And here I am as Kimmy, and there's my friend Fluffy. And where's the one when we're coming home? Oh, which is that one that I can't. Oh. And I'll show you. Oh, and rock climbing. See, you can make stuff about rock climbing if you want to. I used to be great at rock climbing. And I love vampires. So I made like that one there. Of course, there's always the life lessons. Yeah, life lessons. And Dr. Freep again. Let me see. Where is... Oh, another What Martha, when I used to clean in the apartments there. There we go. Another Hyperboy where he likes to follow places. And this is great for you to teach yourself motion as well. You see how you can see motion in this very picture. So, What Martha. Oh, and of course there's Griselda from the Hilarious House of Frightenstein. Raquel Welch, Eat Your Heart Out, right? And where is it? I have it. Some of the other things that I was drawing too. How about that? Kazumba. The Walking Dead, you know, the dead come to life. That's kind of scary. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Clown Caboodle. Yeah, here it is. I can make another one called the Clown Caboodle. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. So this shows me and Fluffy, and we're driving home, and it made I made it like a cartoon, like a funny cartoon, as you can see. Me and my huge hair. Yeah, see the size inside of rough. I love drawing cartoons, and it's something big I love to get back into as well. And I'm sure you guys would love to see. I used to do. There was a Uncle Shoes and Auntie Penny, you know. Yeah. And I did all kinds of stuff. There was even a clown, dog, and cat. You see the things that you can do. Oh, and I got into figurines, and these are actually some of the figurines that I made into cartoons. I haven't colored it in yet, but this is a very pretty one. You can color it in with pencil crayons. This is stuff that I give myself to do after the fact. When I'm old and gray and I lost my mind, they could just hand me my pencil crayons, and I can color in where I used to work and the craziness that used to go on there. You see? Oh, I like this one. It says, "You're hot. Thank goodness I had this ice cream, or I'd be licking you." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." And see, I was doing like fun pages, which I would like get kids to color. What did Fluffy make for you today, balloon wise? What can we draw for you today? I was going to start marketing and everything. And the things just kind of went. And then, of course, The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, the one that I did. If you're ever interested, I do anime as well. I've taken my little hand at anime. And there you go. A few Warner Brother tryouts. Yes. Hmm. But don't ever copy Warner Brothers or make fun of them, because they will get on your ass like nobody's business and sue your ass. Yes, yes, yes. You always have to keep in mind copyright when you come to doing cartoons, because if they start looking like somebody else's cartoons, you could line yourself up to a lawsuit and getting yourself in a lot of trouble. So there's something to keep in mind. All right. So there are styles, though. You can always have a certain style. You don't have to, and it could look like somebody's art, but it's not. Like the Saturday morning cartoon style that I was showing you with the characters, that is a style. There's more than one person who does that style of cartooning. And as well, there's different artists in Japan who and in Canada and all over the world who do all different styles of anime cartoon. Well, they look very similar, but obviously the different artists and the artists, you can see the slight difference in everyone's. Although a lot of the similar characteristics, a lot of them are quite different from each other when it comes to anime and stuff like that too. So you can find like for everybody who is into, there's more than just anime. There's the I can't even think of the names of it right at the top of my head, because there are so many different forms of Japanese drawings, characters, animations, that kind of thing that you can get into just there. And that's not even like when you get into doing just cartooning, you illustrating, you can do mechanical illustrations, tearing apart like a machine, and doing the pictures of the little tiny bits, the cogs inside. You know what I mean? Like you can go on forever with all kinds of things that you can draw. It's just what's in your brains, what you are capable of, and what you want to bring to the world. What you want to put on the table, what you want to put on your table to feed your family, or maybe even yourself, that kind of thing. You got to keep that in mind too, because sometimes you invest into something, and it could be, you could lose money, of course. That's the risk and the gamble that you take. But I think I was saying yesterday, risk is our business. That's what Captain Kirk says. Yeah, Captain Kirk says risk is our business. All right, so um, you got to try. It's what life's all about. You can't just kind of wonder. You got to do. And that's what the difference is, especially around here. I get more involved, except people don't tell me what's going on. And see, they want to keep me out of their business. Rightly so. I get too involved sometimes. And even Frank, my hubby, has to tell me, like, okay, just relax. I'm okay. Okay. Things in time, all things in time, all things in good time. And I hope you yourself are having a good time. Yeah, should I try and do a few things like character wise, show you a few things? I've already gone over my half-hour mark, and I could be doing some artwork around here too. So, and I should keep on, like Frank was saying, I should maybe practice getting more of Kimmy the Clown and doing that kind of thing. So, my book. Let me just see. Because I did have a certain kind of character style that I did for Kimmy, as you could see, obviously. In this picture here, I look like I have, like, my hair is mostly like inside the car. It's huge. And of course, when I wore my wig was huge. My Kimmy the Clown wig is more than just a normal wig. It's huge. And so. So there's Mr. Fisher and Quincy. Quincy, another cartoon dog. See, you can make characters that all know each other. So Fluffy and Kimmy know each other, but there's also, like I say, Uncle Shoes the clown, Aunt Penny the clown, and I don't know which one that one would be. Maybe call him Dave. I don't know. Penny, Shoes, and Dave. Yeah, who knows? Dave the clown. Dave the clown. Does that make sense? Kimmy the clown don't make any sense either. But yeah, you see how it's got the cartoony style. I like to keep that kind of cartoony style, and it's the name of the title is called Clown Caboodle. So Kimmy's character can stay the same, but the clown caboodle can be like a little thing that always happens situations with Kimmy or with other clowns or with other characters, like I say, Uncle Shoes and Penny, or Mr. Fisher and Quincy the dog. Him and his dumb waiters there for going fishing with, of course. And of course, there's also not just Quincy the dog, but there's also the dog and cat there too. You can have it so that there's all kinds of things. And we'll go back into fairies, fairies and stuff in life, whatever. Yeah. So this is just a little snippet of the things that are rolling through this little noggin of mine. And the thing is too, see, I was a child of a very brilliant woman who happened to have like a bad thing go terribly wrong. I guess you could say, poor lady. I mean, her mom had her husband, my grandfather passed away at a young age, and so had to raise my mom and my uncle by herself. And then of course with my mom having the stroke at 28, and then having me after the fact. I mean, it's just like I feel for my mom and the things that she had to go through just to have a normal life. It was tough. And if I can make life a little bit easier for everybody and help people and show people that this brain that she gave to me is very, very functioning and very alive and can do all kinds of things that can help people. That's what it is. And that's what I want to kind of show and give and express to the world, and hope maybe somebody's out there who thinks it might be important to somebody else. Art is important just for your mental health too. So I mean, not only does it give you something physical to do, but it gives you your brain. It gives you your brain a chance to think about other things other than the things that may be going around you and causing you issues. You can focus maybe a little bit better on the things that are inside you, kind of thing, the good things inside. Or maybe get out the bad things inside too. Who knows? And just so that you can feel better about yourself, that kind of thing. It's all about wellness, right? It's all about being well. And about art. I love art. I love all the aspects of art. Artist music. It can be music. It can be art. It can be cooking. It can be anything. Anything that is a skill that maybe somebody knows that you don't, and maybe thrusts them into a new direction that you've not even considered. You know. Uh, the possibilities are endless, and like I say, I'm so excited with what's coming up, because if I know what I know and what I can continue, this could be big, people. I mean, the Niagara area, I've been waiting for this boom to happen, and maybe this might be it. Oh god, that'd be great. In the meantime, you know what? I'm going to go in and maybe start a few things, like maybe drawing or something, just get something going and see what I got fishing around in this little brain of mine. And then maybe I'll come back in a little bit, because, like I say, I don't work until 4:30 today, so it gives me a little bit of time to play with you guys. So I will go, but I will return, and I will show you what I'm working on and give you some ideas. So again, Kimmy the Clown, obviously, like, is going to become like, it'll be Clown Caboodle. And you know what? I had started making a whole thing, like I say. I could just continue it on to a cartoon, and maybe I can rebuild it up to something. This is all part of the Overhold Art and Entertainment, and it could also be something of part of something very live in the future. So, oh yeah. So I'm gonna, having you hold on and wait is probably just worse for me than it is you. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna come back with something real wild and wonderful that I can show to you guys. Okay. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up about good things coming, and keep my fingers crossed. Be hopeful, peace, oh brother, with a little bit added, like I say, as my mom would say, and don't ever give up hope. We're trying. We're trying.